Assalamualaikum. Hi guys, how are you? Let me introduce myself. My name is Fitriani Dinda Amelia. In this video, I will explain of modals grammar. Please check it out. Happy for watching. What is modals grammar? Modals verb are auxiliary verb, also called in helping verb like can, will, could, shall, must, would, might, and shall. Modal verb add meaning to the main verb in sentence by expressing possibility, ability, permission, or obligation. An example: you must turn in your assessment on time. He might be the love of my life. The doctor can see you now. And type of modals. Number 1, ability. 2, permission. 3, advice. 4, obligation. And 5, possibility. Ability, can, could. First, I mean general ability. This is something that once you have learned anytime you want. Number 1, present, can or cannot, for both general and specific ability. An example, can play the piano. Number 2, past, could or could not, for general ability. An example, I could read when I was 4, was able to or could not, for specific ability. An example, when the computer crashed yesterday, I was able to fix it, or not, I could fix it. Could plus have plus past participle, or an ability someone had in the past but didn't use. An example, I could have played the piano well but I didn't practice. No. 3, future. Will or won't be able to, general ability. An example, at the end of the course, you will be able to make your own website. An example, he wants to be able to speak Japanese in a week. It will take months. Can or cannot, specific ability. An example, I can help you tomorrow. I cannot come to the party. In this formula of ability, positive, subject plus modal plus verb 1 plus object. Negative sentence, subject plus modal plus not plus verb 1 plus object. And interrogative sentence, modal plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. Permission. We use can, could, and might to ask for permission. We use can and many but not could to give permission. Might is present and future. Can and might are used to give permission. Might is more formal and less common in everyday context. An example, you can borrow my car if you want. Number 2, the negative form cannot or cannot, must not and might not, more formal, are used to express prohibition. An example, I'm sorry, but you cannot stay here. You must not touch that mink face. Number 3, used in the negative, P2 can also express prohibition. An example, you are not to do that again. Number 4, can, could, and might are used to ask for permission. Can is the most direct of the 3. Could is more formal and tentative. And might is the most formal. In an example, can I use your phone? Could I have a glass of water? Might I start my presentation? Number 5. My, which has a more tentative meaning, is very formal and is rarely used. An example, may I ask you a question? Number 6. When we talk about permission, but we are not actually giving, refusing, or asking for it, we can use can or cannot or be allowed to. An example, student can choose any topic for the project. We cannot eat in the library. Pass. Number 1. Could can be used to express general permission in the past. An example, when I was a child, I could do basically anything that I want to do. Number 2. But we won't talk about particular action which was permitted and performed. We use was or were allowed to. An example, although I was allowed to enter the race. Advice. Giving advice refers to when we tell other people what we think could help them. There are a number of formulas used when giving advice in English. Here are some of the most common. An example, you should see a doctor. I don't think so. You should work so hard. You ought to work less. This is formula and verb from. Number 1. I don't think you should work so hard. Use I don't think you should the best from at the verb in a statement. You ought. Number 2. You ought to work less. Use you ought to the best from the verb in a statement. Number 3. If I were you, if I were in your position, if I were in your shoes, I would not work so hard. Use I were you are in your position or your size, I would not or I would pass from the verb in a statement. Obligation. We use have to and must to express obligation. There is a slight difference between the way we use them. Number 1. Have to. Have to shows us that the obligation comes from outside the speaker. An example, we have to wear a uniform when we're working in reception. Must. Must express a strong obligation or necessity if it often shows us the obligation comes from the speaker or the authority that wrote the sentence. An example, I must phone my dad. It is his birthday today. No obligation. Don't have to. We use don't have to show that there is no obligation. You can do something if you want to be, but it's not compulsory. You don't have to wear a tie in your office, but some people like to dress more formally. You don't have to go to the bank to do a transfer. You can do it online. You don't have to come with me. Honestly, I'll be fine. Number 5. Possibility. We use might, and could to say that something is possibility, but not certain. Example, they might come by car, or maybe they will come by car. They might be at home. Maybe they are at home. If we don't hurry, we can't be late. Maybe we'll be late. We use can to make general statement about what is possible. An example, it can be very cold here in winter. You can easily get lost in this town. Formula of possibility. Positive sentence subject plus might or could plus object. Negative sentence subject plus might or might plus object. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.